Vikram, Siddharth Malhotra, is an acclaimed British writer and NRI. On the night of the launch of his second book in Mumbai, he returns to his hotel to find his wife, Catherine, dead and calls the police. After the police arrive at his place, he evades them and speeds away in his car. While the cops are giving him a chase, his car overturns. He manages to escape with minor injuries and attempts to take shelter in a nearby apartment. Later that night, Maya, Sonakshi Sinha, a young homemaker who resides in the same apartment, spots a police car outside and rushes to it for help. The police enter her flat and find Vikram standing next to the body of her lawyer husband, Shekhar Sinha, who's been murdered. The police retrieve a blood-stained candle holder which was the weapon used to kill Shekhar. They also find burned photographs in the trash can. Dev, Akshay Khanna, a police officer investigating the double murder case, interrogates both Vikram and Maya. According to Vikram's account, he fled from the police because he feared he'd be falsely accused of killing his wife. His wife did not attend the book launch because she was not feeling well and used to take medicines for a heart ailment. In a nearby apartment, he found Maya at the door of her flat and asked her for help when she was dumping something in the trash can. Vikram entered her flat and found the glass of the center table shattered. Maya told him that she had accidentally dropped a vase on the table. He also noticed that the bedroom door was locked from the outside using a key. Maya attempted to seduce Vikram, but he did not give in. The doorbell then rang and a tall man entered whom Maya introduced to Vikram as her husband. Vikram finds a photo frame in the room and realizes that the man was not her husband but her lover. He attempts to flee, but her lover hits him on the head with a candle holder, and Vikram momentarily loses consciousness. Vikram gets up later to find her husband's body next to him and the police at the door, accompanied by Maya. According to Maya's account, her doorbell rang, and she answered the door to find Vikram. He was slightly injured and asked her for help. Maya let him in, but then found out through the news on TV about Vikram having allegedly murdered his wife. Vikram whipped out a knife and overpowered her. Later, the doorbell rang and it was Maya's lover with whom she was having an affair. Since Vikram was standing behind the door with a knife, Maya asked her lover to leave. Around midnight, her husband, Shekhar, returned home and struggled to free her from Vikram. In the struggle, the glass of the center table got shattered and Maya rushed outside to a police vehicle for help. By the time Maya returned with the police, Vikram had killed her husband with a candle holder and was standing next to his body. The police also interrogate Maya's lover who corroborates Maya's account. Meanwhile, the police find that a gang-forced sex victim named Sandhya had committed suicide recently because Vikram's second book had revealed her identity. Examination of Catherine's body reveals that she had died of a heart attack. The forensic team informs Dev that Shekhar was attacked on the head by someone while Shekhar was standing and that the attacker must have been at least 6 feet tall. The police initially suspect Vikram as his height is 6'1". On the second day of investigation, it is found that the photographs that were burned were those of Maya and her lover, who was also about 6 feet tall. The pictures had been taken by a detective hired by Shekhar. The police eventually conclude that Vikram's account is true. Dev figures that if Shekhar arrived after midnight, as per Maya's account, then his shoes should be in mud as it was raining that night since 11 p.m. But since the shoes were clean, Dev thinks she is lying, and Maya and her lover killed Shekhar when he confronted them with the photographs. The glass of the center table broke when Shekhar and Maya's lover got into a fight, after which Maya's lover killed Shekhar by hitting him on the head with a candle holder. They hid his body in the bedroom burnt the photographs, and then framed Vikram. Vikram is deemed innocent and gets released from custody. He cremates his wife's body and is about to fly back to London. Maya and her lover get arrested and are charged with the crime of Shekhar's murder. At home, Dev is reading Vikram's second book when Dev's wife, Mandira Bedi, tells him that the protagonist dies of a drug overdose in the book. Dev rushes to the forensic doctor to check if Vikram's wife could have died from an overdose of the medicine she had been taking for a heart ailment. They discovered that although the prescription was for a very low dose of the medicine, the pills had been tampered with, and the actual dose was 4 times higher, which would have caused Catherine to have a fatal heart attack. Dev calls up Vikram while the latter is about to catch a flight to London. On the phone, Vikram confesses to having killed Catherine and Shekhar. He reveals that he killed Catherine because she was threatening to charge him for the suicide of Sandhya. When the police arrived at his place, he noticed a call from Shekhar on Catherine's phone, who was the lawyer working with Catherine to file a case against him. He then fled to Shekhar's house to retrieve and destroy the legal documents of the case. When Maya went out to seek help, he killed her husband and stumbled across her photographs with her lover while searching for legal documents. He burnt the pictures and threw them in the trash can and then created a convincing story to dupe the police. He also changed Shekhar's shoes, which did have mud on them. He tells Dev that he has already cremated his wife's body, so there's no evidence left. Dev attempts to stop Vikram's flight, but in vain. Vikram's voice in the background says that he simply took advantage of a coincidence.